Today, we're uncovering 7 US milk brands that people say they'll never buy again. Reviewers call them sour, off, strangely fake tasting, and downright untrustworthy. Especially when you add in the spoilage complaints, formula controversies, and headline-making scandals tied to some of these cartons. Number 1 didn't just anger customers, it shook the entire dairy industry. Califia Farms arrived in the plant-based milk market with California sunshine vibes and sleek bottle design that promised premium quality. The brand positioned itself as the sophisticated choice, offering almond milk that looked like it belonged in a boutique cafe. For consumers trying to make healthier choices, Califia Farms seemed like the obvious upgrade. One verified purchaser wrote, "Check the ingredients. This is absolute garbage. Check the ingredients. Sure, it tastes good, but like most other things in this world, it's garbage. Apparently, they used to have an organic version that was supposed to be good. I don't see it anymore." Another complained, "Bitter and acrid when heated. This almond milk has a horrible acrid taste when heated. I bought it to put in my coffee. I heat the milk so I don't have cold coffee. My homemade almond milk doesn't change taste when heated. There must be chemicals in it. Pouring it down the drain. I'll make my own." These reviews expose the gap between aesthetic appeal and actual quality. People bought into the premium image, the beautiful bottle, the California lifestyle branding, only to discover the ingredient list tells a different story. That acrid, bitter taste when heated suggests stabilizers and additives that don't belong in what's marketed as natural. According to Truth in Advertising, Califia Farms has faced scrutiny over labeling claims that suggested more natural ingredients than what the product actually contained. Food Dive reported on competitive pressure in the plant-based market that has led brands to cut costs while maintaining premium pricing. If you're learning something new already, make sure you hit like, so this video reaches more people looking to make better choices in the grocery aisle. And if you want more food exposés like this, hit that subscribe button. Almond Breeze. Almond Breeze dominated the almond milk category for years as the accessible, affordable option that brought plant-based milk to mainstream America. The familiar blue cartons promised a reliable alternative to dairy, something safe and consistent. For families transitioning away from cow's milk, Almond Breeze seemed like the trustworthy choice. One frustrated customer wrote, "Goes bad quickly. Milk goes bad long before expiration date. I purchased this late February and it was bad a week later. This is the 5th or 6th time this has happened, and it's the only milk my toddler drinks. The expiration date says May of this year, and it's not even the 3rd week of March." Another simply stated, "Spoiled so easy." What emerges is a pattern beyond individual bad batches. This is chronic spoilage that leaves parents scrambling when their toddler's only accepted milk goes bad weeks before the date on the carton. When you buy milk with an expiration date months away and it's spoiled within a week, something fundamental has broken down. According to Food Dive, the almond milk category has faced increasing pressure to extend shelf life while cutting costs, leading to quality inconsistencies. Top-class actions documented consumer complaints about Almond Breeze products spoiling before expiration dates, suggesting distribution or storage issues. When a toddler's primary milk source becomes unreliable, the brand has failed at its most basic promise. But wait until you hear what happened at number 5. Silk pioneered the soy milk revolution in America and expanded into almond, oat, and other plant-based options with marketing that emphasized smooth texture and pleasant taste. The brand positioned itself as the gateway for people curious about dairy alternatives, promising that giving up cow's milk wouldn't mean sacrificing creamy satisfaction. One reviewer simply stated, "Don't like the taste, it's awful." Another described a disturbing experience. Chunky. Bought this milk from a Florida location, St. Cloud, and the milk became chunky in less than 10 days, unopened. Usually it takes weeks to get like that if it was opened already. These reviews capture 2 distinct failures: taste and freshness. The spoilage issue is particularly concerning. Chunky milk less than 10 days in while still unopened suggests serious problems before it even reaches consumers. When plant-based milk separates or curdles while sealed, it indicates either contamination during production or failure of the preservation system. According to Top Class Actions, Silk has faced consumer lawsuits over marketing claims about natural ingredients while the product contains additives and stabilizers. Food Dive reported on quality control challenges as Silk expanded production to meet growing demand. The brand that introduced millions to plant-based milk has apparently lost its way, and we're only halfway through this countdown. Prairie Farms represents Midwestern dairy tradition, a regional brand that built its reputation on being local, trustworthy, and straightforward. The red barn logo suggests wholesome farming and fresh milk from nearby sources. For consumers in Prairie Farms territory, buying this brand felt like supporting local agriculture. The shelf-stable milk line promised convenience without sacrificing traditional values. One disgusted customer wrote, "Taste terrible." Tasted absolutely terrible like expired milk. Was sweet sour, immediately poured all four down the drain. I wouldn't even cook with this. Anyone who said this tasted similar hates real milk. Do yourself a favor and don't be lazy like me. Just go to the store and buy real milk. Another noted, "Don't care for the taste. Very artificial aftertaste. Not worth the advantage of pantry storable. I would never reorder." Prairie Farms' shelf-stable milk represents a fundamental departure from what the brand built its reputation on. That artificial aftertaste, that sweet-sour flavor profile, the consistency that doesn't feel like real milk. These are evidence that the processing required to make milk shelf-stable has transformed the product into something barely resembling fresh dairy. According to Food Dive, the shelf-stable milk category faces persistent quality perception problems as consumers struggle with the taste differences ultra-pasteurization creates. Consumer Reports noted that shelf-stable milk processes can significantly alter flavor profiles, creating the artificial taste many reviewers describe. But the next brand takes disappointment to another level. Great Value Milk. Great Value represents Walmart's house brand promise: acceptable quality at the lowest possible price. For budget-conscious families, Great Value Milk seemed like the smart choice, the way to cut grocery costs without compromising on essentials. The gallon jugs offer significant savings compared to name brands, and for households struggling with rising food costs, that price difference matters. One frustrated shopper wrote, "Odd tastes from Great Value. It had unusual taste. I have noticed that you get this from time to time. I also noticed that at times your milk is closer to expired date than Food City, so I will shop Walmart for all other items but make the extra effort to get milk and cheese from Food City. I am telling you this for Great Value Milk and Food Club Milk and Cheese." Another detailed the consistency problem. Taste like powdered milk. Won't froth latte. Great Value whole milk has always been inconsistent. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, normally okay. It is now very consistent. Bad. I may have butterfat in correct percentages, but it tastes like whole powdered milk. Ick. It absolutely will not froth for a latte. I find myself shopping other stores much more often. Walmart's grocery prices are too high. By comparison, my morning latte is undrinkable. Great Value. Milk's fundamental problem is inconsistency. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it tastes odd, sometimes it arrives close to expiration, sometimes it tastes like powdered milk. That inconsistency means you never know what you're getting. According to Food Dive, Walmart's Great Value dairy products are sourced from multiple suppliers, which can lead to significant quality variations between regions and batches. Top Class Actions documented complaints about Great Value milk spoiling significantly faster than competing brands, despite similar expiration dates. The savings come with hidden costs: milk poured down the drain because it spoiled too fast, coffee ruined by off-tasting milk. But wait until you hear about our top two. These are the real shockers. Horizon Organic. Organic built an empire on the promise of organic dairy done right. The brand positioned itself as the responsible choice for families wanting to avoid pesticides, hormones, and industrial farming practices. The cartons feature pastoral imagery, suggesting happy cows grazing on green pastures. For parents willing to pay significantly more, Horizon represented peace of mind. Milk from cows raised according to organic standards. One shocked customer wrote, "Milk went bad, milk is bad, tasted awful and smells. Refund needed." Another detailed a specific problem. Omega-3 DHA milk tastes fishy. Love whole milk, but the DHA and omega-3 addition gives this milk a fishy flavor, especially when heated up, like in coffee. What makes these reviews particularly damning is that they're about Horizon Organic, the brand people pay extra for specifically because they expect higher quality. When organic milk goes bad, tastes awful, or has a fishy flavor, it betrays not just basic expectations, but the premium promises that justified the higher price. That fishy taste from DHA addition shows how attempts to add healthy ingredients can fundamentally ruin the product. According to Top Class Actions, Horizon has faced consumer lawsuits questioning whether its organic certification reflects actual farming practices. Food Dive reported on controversies surrounding Horizon's parent company and questions about whether factory farm-scale operations can legitimately be called organic. When you're paying double for organic milk and it tastes fishy or spoils quickly, the organic label feels like marketing rather than meaningful quality. But the #1 spot goes to a brand that takes controversy to a whole new level. Fairlife entered the milk market with revolutionary promises: ultra-filtered milk with more protein, less sugar, and lactose-free convenience. The sleek bottles and scientific marketing suggested milk reimagined, dairy perfected through modern processing. Coca-Cola's backing gave it massive distribution and marketing power. The brand positioned itself as premium innovation, milk for people who wanted more from their dairy. But beneath the filtered perfection, serious problems emerged that shook consumer trust to its core. One horrified customer warned, "Buyer beware, horrid taste IMHO. I'd give this 0 of 5 stars if it were possible. The taste is absolutely awful. The product has some sort of aftertaste like none I have ever experienced. I've consumed the whole milk product and loved it. That's why I tried this. Bad mistake." Another simply stated, "Would like a refund. This milk spoiled very quickly, well before the date that was printed on the cap." But taste and spoilage are just the beginning with Fairlife. What makes this brand's problem so much deeper is what came to light about the source of the milk. In 2019, an animal rights organization released undercover footage from Fairlife Farms, one of Fairlife's major suppliers, showing disturbing treatment of calves. The footage sparked massive consumer backlash and boycotts. Major retailers temporarily pulled Fairlife from shelves. The brand that marketed itself as premium perfection became associated with systematic problems at the production level. According to Mashed, the Fairlife Farms scandal permanently damaged Fairlife's reputation among consumers who had trusted the premium branding. Food Dive covered how Coca-Cola responded with promises of increased oversight. But consumer trust, once broken, proved difficult to restore. The reviews reflect this deeper distrust. People report rotten egg smells, intense artificial sweetener tastes, and rapid spoilage. But underlying all of it is the knowledge that the premium price they paid was for a product with serious ethical and quality control problems. Top Class Actions documented consumer complaints and legal actions following the animal welfare revelations. When your ultra-filtered, ultra-premium milk smells like rotten eggs or tastes like artificial sweetener, and you know about the documented problems at supplier farms, every bad experience confirms that something fundamental is wrong with the entire operation. This is why Fairlife claims the #1 spot. It represents not just product failure, but the collapse of trust between brand promises and actual practices. These 7 milk brands show how cost-cutting, scaling problems, and broken trust have transformed the dairy aisle into a minefield of disappointment. From plant-based options that spoil immediately to organic brands that taste fishy, from budget milk that's inconsistent to premium brands with ethical scandals, the message is clear. Price and marketing don't guarantee quality. You deserve milk you can trust, whether dairy or plant-based, budget or premium. that delivers on freshness, taste, and basic promises. Next time you're in the dairy aisle, look past the packaging and price point, and choose brands that have earned trust through consistent quality rather than marketing claims.